MrBeast's insane determination and love for making YouTube videos has catapulted him to becoming the king of YouTube, with over 300 million subscribers. He's always seemed different than other big creators. His charity, surprising lack of materialism, and down-to-earth personality made him one of the most likable people on the platform. It seemed impossible that MrBeast would ever lose public favor, but within just 1 week, all of that would change, and the internet would turn on him. So what could have happened to make the internet turn on him so fast? Well, in this video, we'll be covering all of that in the downfall of MrBeast. MrBeast, throughout all of his years on YouTube, had about as squeaky clean record as any famous YouTuber could get. There's only a few times he was ever involved in drama, and most of the time it was due to his charity. This is because most of the time he would help people or give them money, people would get mad at him and say that he was taking advantage of their suffering to get views and make money off of them. But pretty much every normal person online agreed that, yeah, maybe he was making money off of them, but especially as a rich person, he was doing a lot of good by helping people, and the people that were complaining about it were just people looking for stuff to complain about. So overall, the impressions of MrBeast online are still positive. The next controversy that MrBeast would find himself into was when his longtime friend, Chris Tyson, who frequently appeared in his channel, came out as transgender. Now, transgenderism being such a hot-button political issue definitely divided a lot of people, and because a lot of people saw Chris Tyson with MrBeast and they were close friends, people would attack Chris Tyson for coming out as transgender, and that led MrBeast to defend his friend online and publicly show support for him, and thus seemingly show support for a political issue in transgenderism, which caused a lot of people to then direct their anger towards MrBeast, and then also come with the criticism that his videos are mainly aimed towards children, and that him allowing his friend to stay in his videos would thus be influencing children and endorsing their lifestyle to children who don't really know any better. In the future, MrBeast may regret risking his reputation for his friend. At the time of this controversy, most people were still supporting MrBeast. This was mainly the first time where he seemed even a little bit controversial, and it was the first time that people wavered in their support for him. And now comes the real downfall of MrBeast. Within just 1 week, he got hit with a double whammy, causing the internet to completely turn on him. You remember that issue with Chris Tyson when I said he may come back to regret that? Well, this is why. A bunch of things came out and got leaked that pretty much linked Chris Tyson to being a groomer and a PDF file, and the evidence is pretty damning. And while MrBeast isn't the one actually doing anything wrong, because MrBeast has been friends with him for so long and publicly shown support for him, in the public's opinion, those two are pretty much linked, and because he's been friends with him for so long, it seems really hard to believe for a lot of people that MrBeast didn't know what was going on here, causing a lot of people to criticize him. The next whammy that would happen was when an ex-employee of MrBeast called Dogpack came out with 2 massive videos, making really serious allegations against him, such as him faking his videos and doing shady giveaways. When this kind of thing happens, a lot of people will quickly write it off as just somebody looking to piggyback on the fame of MrBeast, but this situation was different. The evidence was pretty strong, and it was only made worse when MrBeast's team replied to the video with a Twitter post that really didn't address any of the serious allegations and only nitpicked some certain things, which made people believe they aren't defending it. I mean, they're pretty much admitting it by not trying to deny the allegations. And it only gets worse from there, as MrBeast and his team sent a cease and desist letter to Dogpack, trying to silence him. The cherry on top of the shit cake was when people noticed that on a recent video of MrBeast, all the recent comments of people talking about the situation and calling him out were being deleted. The situation already looked bad with the Chris Tyson allegations and the video made by Dogpack. The way the MrBeast team handled the whole situation just stoked the flames of the internet mob. Trying to silence and pretend like nothing is happening is never going to work, especially on the internet, because if people see you doing that, the story will get even more news once they post it online. If we can learn anything from MrBeast, it's to choose your friends carefully, and that deleting comments and trying to silence critics will only make people angrier. Unlike other YouTubers, MrBeast has never really been at the mercy of the internet, so it'll be really interesting to see if he can recover from this. Or if we've seen the peak of MrBeast and we're just beginning to witness his downfall.